Heat wave, 52 degrees in the house. It was 28 in here this morning. No, wait, that was yesterday. Yeah, something like that. 2 or 3 really, really cold days for here. And now we're on the upswing and I can walk out without actually dying. And yeah, you know. Granted, this says it's 100 degrees. That's probably a little optimistic, considering this ice hasn't melted yet. 3 days ago it froze again. 2 days ago it was over an inch and a half thick. And this morning it was frozen again, but not very thick. Well, still almost an inch, I think. So I leave these out for the animals, birds and rabbits and whoever else wants them. That was frozen solid this morning. These ones I dumped the ice back into here, so the ones up on top, that's from there last couple days. Yeah, it's just, I mean, slightly cloudy. Usually, like yesterday and the day before, it was just starkly blue. You know, fantastic for solar. Can't complain though. No wind right now. This is the biggest thing. There's no wind. It is just dead calm. Beautiful. So I'm going to go for a walk, I think. Anyway, yeah, Merry Christmas. Of course, it'll be sometime in January before I get around to editing this, probably. At the moment, I have 2 videos ready to upload that have been sitting there for a week. My internet has just been terrible this last week, so I was going to ride into town. I got a package waiting for me. And by the time I saw that the notification was for the package, it was like blowing and freezing cold. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going anywhere. And then today's Christmas. So probably the post office is closed on Monday for the holiday today. So, you know, it'll be there for 4 days after by the time I go to get it anyway. But anyway, is the way it is. Yeah, what a difference a couple days makes. Looks like we'll probably survive another year anyway. I just realized about an hour ago I was sitting outside in the sun and I could just feel different parts of my body's finally like relax because you're all tense from being cold. Yeah. I had 3 days that I had to run propane heat. The last, not today, I didn't run. Well, no, I did run it just a little bit this morning, I think. And then the last couple of days I had to run it quite a bit. But the way it always works out here, that's the first time I've ran it, you know, off and on for 2 or 3 days this winter so far. But it doesn't get cold enough for long enough to really make it worth, like, you know, there's an effort you would make to make things a little bit better. You know, if I was, you know, where I grew up, you know, you'd have 40 below for weeks on end or something like that, and then you'd have to get serious. But up here, or, you know, it'd be cold for a couple days, and so I just basically stop functioning and sit in front of the computer and try to keep warm and drink lots of soup or something like that. And then a couple of days later, it's back to, I think the forecast today was it's going to get into the 50s and probably in the 60s tomorrow. All right. And then we're probably back to normal again for a while. I don't know what normal means anymore. But yeah, it's every time it gets miserable and I think I'm going to make some big changes, then I remember it's like, well, yeah, it'll last for a couple of days. So, you know, it doesn't really make sense to make huge improvements and spend the money on something that, well, like in the winter, yeah, a furnace would be really nice, but it literally, I wouldn't use it more than maybe 10 days all winter, right? So why go through the trouble of doing that? You know, I got a couple little space heaters. They work fine, burn a little bit of propane, and you're done. I don't have an air conditioner in the summer. Yeah, there's a few days that it's pretty miserable, and then it gets back to normal, and, you know, just don't mess with it kind of thing. So, You just kind of learn to adapt. You know, it's like if the days that I don't run the heat inside, I'll come out, you know, like now I'm outside, it's warmer outside. So I'll come outside and warm up and go for a walk, and then I'll go back in and work on the computer and, you know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's just kind of a weird way to look at it, you know. It'd be different if I had kids or something like that, I guess. But I'm at the point now, once you get used to it, I'm completely comfortable sitting there at 40 degrees. You know, it's like, so I'll put on another layer and wear my jacket and, you know, no big deal. Just kind of deal with it, so. Ain't nothing but a thing. I'll put my effort into other stuff, I guess. So, anyway, as always, thanks for watching the videos, and special thanks to all the Patreons and YouTube channel members that are supporting the channel. Much appreciated. You guys are what literally keeps this whole thing running out here, so every little bit helps. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and should be a pretty exciting 2023. It's going to be completely different from anything we've seen in the past. So stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe. See you then. Bye for now.